let's get started with today's workout. Standing nice and tall, pulling up through the legs, making sure you're keeping those knees soft, drawing up, standing nice and tall, really elongating through those abdominals, keeping the ribs locked down towards the hips. Just roll those shoulders, extend through the neck, but keep the chin parallel to the floor, and just have a sense of really drawing up through the crown of the head. Nice inhale breath to start. Filling out into the rib cage, shoulders down, exhale. Really breathing out into the ribs, inhale breath. And exhale. Inhale breath, one more. And exhale. Good, this time we're just going to concentrate on really engaging these abdominals. Inhale breath in through the nose. Keep the shoulders down on the exhale, drawing the tummy button back towards the spine. Feeling the engagement in these abdominals. Inhale breath, hold there. Exhale, working the pelvic floor now, squeezing those lower internal abdominal muscles, squeezing those muscles up and hold. Inhale breath. Relax the glutes, relax the legs, exhale. Maintaining connection, pelvic floor and abdominals, one more breath. Inhale breath. And exhale. And relax. Good. Just rolling those shoulders now. Opening out the chest. Inhale breath. And exhale. Pushing away with those shoulders. Inhale breath up. And exhale. One more here. And exhale breath. Bring those shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, push away. Inhale breath, keep the knees soft. And exhale. One more here. Inhale breath up. And exhale. Taking those arms up, you may just lose my hands there. We're going to lift out of the rib cage as we exhale, reaching over. Keep the body in line, arms in line with the ears, bringing it back. Exhale away. And inhale back. Two more. Exhale away. And inhale back. Last one. Inhale all the way back. Bringing those hands down into prayer, shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hips facing forward. Exhale, turning to the side. Spine twist, inhale back nice and gently. Exhale away. Keep the shoulders down, keep the nose in line with the fingers, inhale back. Two more. Bringing it back to center. And last one. Coming all the way back. And take those legs nice and wide now. Into a nice wide squat. Inhale breath. Engaging the core. Just taking it down. Floating the arms forward. Standing tall. Nice and gently, mobilizing through the hips and the knees and the ankles, reaching those shoulders back, but reaching the fingers away, standing tall. Two more here, all the way down, making sure those knees are sitting over the toes, bringing it all the way back. Last one here, and coming all the way back up to standing with those feet back in. We're going to raise the knee. You can hold the wall if you need to, or just push away with those hands, or keep the hands on the hips, whatever feels more comfortable. We're reaching through, lifting one leg. We come up and down, very gently lifting up and down. Keep the abdominals tight, gaze out in front, shoulders down, lift and down. 4 more, up and down. 3, 2, and hold here. We're going to take the knee out to the side, rotate through the hip, keep the other hip facing forward, so you're actually just rotating the leg out and in. 3 more, out and 2 more, shoulders down, last one, and down, lifting through the other leg, abdominals engaged, shoulders down, squeezing those shoulder blades together as we lift and down. Just working the balance here for 4, 3, 2, last one, hold at the top, taking the leg to the side, out and in, hold your balance, out and 3 more here, go out and in, working the glute, squeezing the glute and in, out, last one, out and in, place the leg down. We're just going to push over the toes onto the ball of the foot, just again mobilizing through the knees. Nice deep breath, and we're going to take a lift, both legs together. I'll show you from this side. Feet underneath the hips, we're going to squeeze up and down. Now if you want to, you can hold on to something just till you find your balance there. Up and down. This time up, bend the knees and up and bend. Just releasing the calves there. Up and 2 more here. Up and bend. Last one. Up, whoop, and bend. Good. We're going to take a lunge. We're going to take a lunge back. So come towards the edge of the mat here. Again, hands on the hips. You can hold on to something if you need to. We're going to step back into a lunge. Just make sure that the hip is sitting over the knee and the knee sitting over the foot at the front. And back up. Change legs. Go back and up. Let's go 4 more here. 4 and 3 and 2, whoop, and 1, and then we're going to take it back and hold. We're going to come up and down, core switched on, keeping the hips and torso in line, so try not to twist or lean to the side. 2 more here, last one, and changing legs. Taking back, lifting the heel, making sure the hips sinking straight down over that knee. Go down and up. Squeezing the glute at the top, keeping those hips level down. And 2 more here. 2 and 1. Good, and we're going to just walk it all the way to the back of the mat. Again, just check your alignment there. Make sure the feet, knees, hips all nicely lined up. Ribs locking down, so try not to flare out with those ribs. Keep those ribs locking down. Roll the shoulders, extend through the neckline, chin parallel. We're going to reach those arms all the way up. Shoulders down, we're going to dive forward on the exhale, pulling the tummy button back towards the spine, pelvic floor engaged as we exhale down. Bend the knees, inhale at the bottom, and exhale as we curl back through the spine. Standing tall, inhale, arms up, and again, exhale. Diving down, just soften the knees, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, really articulate the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms come up. pulling those shoulders down the whole time. Lift through the abdominals, take it down, rolling through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, we stack. One more here. Remember to exhale as we restack the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, standing tall. Inhale, abdominals engaged. Exhale, we just roll down, chin down, keep the chin tucked in, rolling down through the spine. Hands either on the floor, legs, or you can wrap the arms behind. We're going to bend and stretch. Looking to keep toes, bend and stretching through the back of those legs. Nice and gently. And when you're ready, we're going to bring it all the way down onto the mat, coming down onto all fours, holding this position. Now in all fours, we're going to just make sure we've got those hips again over the knees, we've got the shoulders over the hands. We're in a nice solid position. Abdominals pulling up towards the spine, pelvic floor engaged. Tuck the toes under at the back. We're going to knee hover. Exhale, we're going to lift those knees up, hover about an inch off the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down, making sure we keep the gaze down to the floor, keeping the neck and spine in line. Exhale, lift, hover for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Keep going, 2 more of those. Exhale, lift, hover for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. 1 more set. Lifting up and hover for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Just sit back, take a stretch. We're going to go back into that same position. Now you can either do another 4 knee hovers, or you can take it out to a plank. So coming all the way back up. I'll show you the plank version. So we're going to come up into a knee hover. So bringing the knees up. We're going to walk out to a plank, and then we're going to bring it all the way back without putting the knees down. We'll do 4 of those, or just stick to a knee hover. Taking it out and bringing it back. Making sure you're coming all the way back into that nice, strong position. Taking it into a plank. Abdominals switched on. Bringing it back. 1 more here. Either knee hover or take it to a plank. All the way out and coming all the way back in. Just drop those knees, undo the toes, and just sink all the way back down there. And we're going to just take a stretch of those arms, forehead down. Nice deep breath. Taking the arms to one side, just stretch the side of the body. And come back to center before we go all the way to the other side. Taking a stretch. And coming back to center. Good, well done. Okay. We're going to take it all the way back into a plank. So we're coming all the way back up. You can plank or half plank, whatever feels good for you. If you're half planking, you can just keep those knees down. In a full plank, coming all the way up. Just make sure that you're not sinking down and you're not sinking into those shoulders. So we're pulling up, abdominals switched on. When we're in the plank, we're going to lift or hold the plank. You can drop the knees if you want to. We're going to lift. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale down. Keep the gaze to the floor, neck in line. Down. 4 more. 2 more. And again, drop the knees, stretch back, relax through the body. And we're going to curl all the way through the spine as we take it to a seated position at the front of the mat. So sitting all the way to the front now, make sure you've got plenty of space behind you. Sitting nice and tall, half roll back or full roll back. Half roll back, Knees in line, feet, knees, hips, all in a nice line. Half roll back. You can either hold the legs, take the arms out. Let's do a few of these all together first, and then we'll take it to a full roll back. If you're holding the legs, make sure abdominals are switched on. Same as here. Scoop away with the tummy. Shoulders down. Exhale, we roll back. Inhale, we sit tall. And again, exhale. Scoop away, shoulders down, tuck the chin, inhale up. And again, exhale, rolling back. Inhale up. Last one here, exhale back. And inhale, sit tall. If you want to, you can carry on another 4 of those. Full roll back, you're going to extend those legs out, squeeze the feet together, sit up tall. Exhale, scoop out the tummy, roll over the tailbone first, keep the shoulders down. Rolling back, vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms coming over the head. Inhale, arms come straight back over, start peeling off the mat. Exhale from here, push. Sitting tall, reach over the toes. Inhale to sit tall, exhale, scoop away with that tummy, rolling down, good. 2 more after this, inhale, arms come back over, exhale, shoulders down, reach forward over those toes, sitting tall, and exhale, all the way back down, rolling through the spine. Reaching forward. Good. Sitting tall, making that nice C shape when we go forward. Last one here. Coming all the way down. Inhale, arms coming overhead. Reaching, scooping away with the tummy. Sitting tall, hold here. If you've just finished half roll back, just bringing those legs down. We're going to take it into a spine stretch forward. Just take the legs slightly wider now, so about the same width as the mat, or just a bit bigger than your hips. Hands down. We're going to exhale, roll through the spine. Exhale down. Inhale, take a stretch forward. Bringing it all the way back. Restack on the exhale, making sure the chin is tucked in to the very last minute, bringing the head up last. Exhale, curl through the neck, down through the spine. Inhale, reach. Bringing it all the way back. Exhale, restack. Vertebrae by vertebrae, sitting tall. Shoulders back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Again, exhale down. Roll down first through the spine. Inhale, reach forward. Bringing it all the way back. Exhale, restack. Let's do one more here. Inhale, breath. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach. Coming all the way back. Restack on the exhale, breath. Good. And we're going to just take it all the way down onto the mat. So coming down. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Use the hands if you need to. Just coming all the way down. Finding a nice comfortable space on the mat. Just make sure the hips are comfortable and in line. Ribs are closed so you're not arching through the back. Abdominals switched on. Imagine locking those ribs down towards the hip bone. Shoulders open. Hands down, lengthening through the arms. Open out the collarbone. Exhale, we're going to scoop away with the tummy, pulling the tummy button down to the spine, pelvic floor, squeezing like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans, zipping into those lower internal muscles there. We're going to raise the knees to tabletop. One, and then the other. Hold here. Inhale, breath. Keep the abdominals switched on. We're going to exhale, tapping the toe away. Exhale, tap. Inhale, bring it back. Make sure you lengthen out. So allow the leg to stay the same angle as we go down. So try not to dip those feet. Exhale down. Inhale, bringing it back. Really focus on those abdominals. Pulling down with the tummy button. If this is too much on your lower back, you can pop those hands under the hips just to support the lower back. 2 more here. Last one. Okay, now we are going to straighten the legs and we're going to raise head, neck and shoulders. If it's too much to do this, stick to the toe taps. Here we're going into straight legs, okay? So we're going to exhale. Keep the chin tucked in, but not resting on the chest. If you don't want it here, you want to keep the gaze between the legs. Change. Breathe, exhale, change. Breathe. Really stretching through the legs, not allowing the leg to touch the floor. Keeping head, neck and shoulders that we should be just about onto those shoulder blades here. Keep the gaze between the thighs. Change it over. You can do a double pull. 2 more. And bring those knees in. Just lower the head down to the mat and just roll those legs. So just bring those knees in and out. Maybe draw some circles with those knees. So we're going to take it into the 100. So knees back to tabletop. Head, neck and shoulders. Now, if you can bring head, neck and shoulders up and work here. If it's too much, either place something underneath the head, maybe a towel or a pillow, or just leave head, neck and shoulders down. Make sure the collarbones are open though, so try not to lie down or hunched up. If you're bringing head, neck and shoulders up again, make sure you're extending through the neck. 100 taps, 5 taps for every inhale breath, 5 taps for every exhale. To challenge this further, you can take the legs out, have them as low or as high as you want to, or you can challenge yourself, bring them in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in. And we're going for 100 taps. Just making sure we're pulling down with those abdominals, pelvic floor engaged, and we're really working through the arms as well. So try not to just do a little tap here, try and really work those arms. And when you've finished your 100, you can bring those knees into the chest. Again, roll out that lower back. With the 100 as well, you can break it down. If you want to do it in sets of 20 or 30, or you just want to go to 50, if you're just starting out, that's cool. Just break it down however you need to. Okay, staying in tabletop with those legs now. We go into single leg stretch. Again, head, neck and shoulders up. If that's too much, pop something underneath the head to support the neck. Exhale to change. So the leg comes out. Inhale to change. Exhale to change. Inhale to change. Exhale to change. Inhale to change. Nice and controlled. Again, keeping that chin tucked in. If you want to, you can take one hand underneath the head, or both hands underneath the head if it's too much, but you want to keep head, neck and shoulders up. Last 2. And bring those knees in. Just roll out that lower back. Okay, staying here. Now again, either stick to the single leg stretch or to challenge it further using the obliques. Now we're going to add a crisscross with those hands, but twisting through the waist. You want to keep the hips down into the mat and keep them level. You're lifting here through the waistline and twisting the body. So knees back into tabletop. The legs are going to go exactly the same as single leg stretch. So bringing head, neck and shoulders up, making sure the lower back's pushing down into the mat. Really imprint it. Hands behind the head, interlock the fingers. Exhale, twist. Inhale, twist. Exhale, twist. Inhale, twist. Again, if it's too much, taking it to a crisscross. Keep it as a single leg stretch, whether the head and shoulders are up or head and shoulders are down. Whatever feels good for you. Twist. Let's go 4 more here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in. And we're going to roll up to seated, all the way up. Hover at the top. Back nice and straight. Rolling like a ball to start with. So, we go back on the inhale breath here. So sit tall as we inhale. We're going to scoop away with the tummy, pelvic floor engaged, shoulders down, curl through, tailbone first, C-shaped spine. Exhale, come all the way up, sit tall. Keep those feet off the floor. Inhale back. And exhale up. Make sure you've got some tension in those arms. You don't want the legs collapsing as you're rolling back. This position, this frame needs to stay the same. Inhale, roll back. Exhale up. 2 more here. Inhale back. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way through the spine. Sit tall at the top. 1 more here. Inhale back. And exhale. Okay, we're going to hold here. We're going to take the legs one at a time. So we're going to hold the heel. We're going to stretch the leg. 1. And then bring it all the way back in. Change legs. Stretch, out, and in. Pull in those abdominals. Stretch, out, and in. 1 more, out, and in. We're going to take both together. We're going to stretch all the way up, and hold. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we roll back. Exhale, sitting tall. Good, and again, inhale back. And exhale, sitting tall. Let's go 1 more. Inhale back. Rolling through the spine, sitting tall. Good. Hold here. Squeeze the feet together. We're going to try balance here. Ooh, we're going to let go of those arms. Keep the legs straight. And hold. For 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Well done. Take some water if you need to. We're going to bring it onto our fronts now. Actually, let's bring it onto our sides. Let's sit in a nice mermaid into a side bend. So here, just make sure that you've got the hands slightly further out than the shoulder, because you're going to go over into a nice side bend. Knees together. Nice deep inhale, breath to start. Exhale, engaging the core. We're going to scoop up, all the way up. Push those hips up as we bend. Inhale, bring it down. And again, exhale, lift. Up with those hips, making sure everything stays in line. And bringing it all the way down. So you don't want to be leaning forwards or leaning back. Inhale down. And again, exhale up. Inhale down, let's go 1 more here. And coming down. Now staying on this side. If you want to challenge it, you're going to extend just one top leg, or you can extend both legs. So to extend the top leg, we take it here. Exhale, lift. Again, making sure those hips remain facing forwards. Shoulders stacked, and come down on the inhale breath. We'll do 4 of these, whether you've got the feet stacked on top of each other, both legs out, or whether you've got the bottom knee bent. Off we go. Up, reach, push those hips up to the ceiling, and inhale, bring it down. Exhale, making sure the shoulder's sitting over the hand. Inhale down, 2 more here. Exhale up, and bringing it down, last one. Woo. Let's get warm, and inhale down, and relax. Just come off those hands. Give those hands a little circle Up and down with the wrists, just circling those wrists. You can do something fancy here if you want to. Just making sure we're keeping those wrists nice and supple. Lift and drop, lift and drop. Take them out, out. Good. Okay, so I hope you remembered what side you've just done, because we're now going to try the side bend on the other side. So, coming into that position, making sure we set up right before we start. Onto the hip, knees stacked. 4 on the knees first, and then 4 extending top leg or extending both legs. So making sure the shoulder's going to sit over the hand, so you don't want the hand to be all the way over here, because you're never going to get there. You're going to put more pressure on the shoulder and the wrist and the back of the hand. So making sure we're nice and solid here. Exhale, up we go. Whoops. Exhale, lift. Push those hips up as we bend through the side. Inhale, down. Good. And coming down. 2 more here. Last one. And coming down. And we extend one leg or both legs. Again, push those hips up. Inhale, down. All the way over. 2 more. And good, last one. All the way up, all the effort, all the way up. And coming down. And relax. Well done. Let's take a stretch here. And then we are finished. So let's take it all the way back down. We're going to just roll through the spine. Bring those knees in. Just rock back and forwards. Small circles with those knees in the same direction, or you can take the legs in opposite directions just to loosen out through those hips and lower back. Good. We're going to place the hands out to the side into a nice T shape. Feet together, knees together. We're going to drop the knees to one side. As we do, we're going to turn the head away. Look the opposite way. Now on the exhale, you want to encourage the ribs and shoulder to really relax down into the mat. Hold here for a breath. Inhale, breath. And bring those knees back to center before we drop them to the other side. Turn the head away as you feel that stretch into the lower back and hip. On the exhale, you want to push the ribs and shoulder down into the mat while pushing away with those hips. And when you're ready, we can come all the way back to center. And we're going to raise one leg, keep the other leg bent. We're going to raise up this one leg now. In a hamstring stretch, just make sure you're keeping the hip down. So when you pull, you don't want to be tugging away at that leg, lifting the hips off the floor. So, shoulders down, one hand above the knee, one hand below the knee, very gently. We're going to just find some tension there. And hopefully it's going to start to relax as we hold the stretch. We're going to flex and point the toe. Flex and point. Relax the breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Maybe take a circle of that foot just to try and relax through the hamstring and calf. And bring that leg safely down to the floor. Change to the other leg again. Keeping those hips down if you can. One hand above the knee, one hand below. Flex and point that foot. Shoulders down. Maybe drawing some circles with that toe. Good. And bringing that foot down. We're going to take the ankle over the knee. Here we're stretching into the piriformis, so make sure that this supporting leg is in line. We've got the knee pointing out towards the side while the ankle's over the knee. Feet, one hand between the legs and round the thigh. Very gently you're going to bring those legs into the body. Now, here, if you want to, you can very gently move the knee away to get a nice deep stretch into the outside of that hip. If not, just try and hold this stretch. Inhale, breath. And when you're ready, you can change legs. Releasing, putting the ankle over to the other knee, feeding the hands around the thigh very gently, bringing the legs towards the body, shoulders down. Inhale, breath. Good, relaxing those legs. And we're going to come all the way up to standing. So whether you roll yourself up or whether you turn onto your side, to gradually make your way up to standing, entirely up to you. Coming all the way up, make sure you just roll up through the spine nice and gently, back to where we started. Good, we're going to take a few stretches, sit nice deep, inhale, breath up, and exhale. And again, we'll really stretch the whole body, and exhale.